Oh boy. Gonna wait. Uh-oh. Wait a few more seconds. Okay, just gonna get on here. What's up, everybody? What's up? Before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content. So, hey, what's happening, everybody? Just checking in, just seeing how y'all beautiful people are doing on this Tuesday, and just checking in. How y'all doing today? And, just like I've said before, working on being consistent. Consistency is a very big thing. So, like I said, I'm going to come on here every day, except for like the weekends, maybe occasionally every once in a while. But to just leave y'all with some motivation and to pour into you because people have poured into me. And just some encouragement in these times. We all need encouragement. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from, rather if you're black, white, purple, green, man, woman, child, dog, cat. We all need some encouragement. And yeah, that's pretty much what that's it. You know, just seeing how y'all doing. And like I said, I haven't forgotten about y'all. Gonna have a cool title for y'all. Well, I'm not even gonna say title, but I'm gonna say a nice subject. But you know what? Even something that I was talking about earlier, it was called remembering the goal. And when I say remember the goal, meaning regardless of how you get there, even though it may be hard sometimes, maybe even if you have to take a different route to get there, you know, if God gave you a promise or idea or business venture, whatever the case may be, you might not take the traditional route, but the route that you might take might take a little bit longer for you to get there. You might accumulate bumps and bruises and, little, um, just some things along the way. That doesn't mean that it's not going to happen for you. And you just got to continue to keep pressing through because it's not always going to be like that. And where you're currently at is, just think of it as a moment in time. And when you trust God and you trust the process, and that's another thing when I say remember the goal, even when you don't understand or you sitting there going like, man, I don't even know how this is about to go, but you still have to trust God in every single thing because guess what? He is the way, the truth, and the light. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is gonna be there for you and he's gonna guide you. And just think about different people in the Bible like Noah was given a promise. Well, Noah was told a task to do that seemed crazy to most. Hello, hello, hello. um he was given a task that people would think like, man, why is this man sitting here building this boat? Why is this man out here talking about it's gonna rain? Like, it is not going to do anything of that. What are you talking about? I'm talking about remember the goal. And regardless of what circumstances might come your way or different, I'll say, I'm using the example of Noah. The goal was for him to build that ark. Okay, I'm going to hear it. Okay, cool. But pretty much is the fact that if the Lord gives you a promise or an idea, or he imparts on something to you, and it may sound strange to even your family members, even to your friends or whoever, but the Lord told you to promise, and you just have to stick it out regardless of how hard it may seem, and the fact of the matter that sometimes that the route that you think that's going to get you there may not be the route that gets you to the end goal. And just think about it also too, like I was saying with Noah, the Lord told him to do this. And just think about it, people going like, hey man, it's not going to do this, why is you building this big giant ark or whatever, it's never rained here, it's not going to do this. And think about it, maybe his family members, close people that knew him, was telling him like, hey, you don't have to do that. So you got to think about it. Think about being sometimes ridiculed by the people that you know the most, or people thinking that something wrong with you, or there's no way that, hey, you just go ahead and hang that up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I don't even feel like I should continue to do this, but I gotta remember the goal. I gotta continue to press through. I gotta continue to trust God. I gotta continue to, hey, just because this is what the current situation looks like, but if I just hold on, it's gonna work out somehow, and it's gonna be very beneficial for me in the end. So even when times are rough, even when times are good, continue to know what the goal is. And that brings me to like another story, the tortoise and the hare. The hare sitting there going like, hey man, you might as well just give up. Don't even try. I'm faster than you. I'm probably smarter than you. You slow. You ain't gonna make it. You not gonna do it, or whatever. And that's the thing. The hare was so, I would say, so arrogant that he wanted to take a little nap on him, because he figured he had more time and more. Like, man, I'll be done with this race like super soon. But what happened? They slept on him, and yeah, might have taken him longer to get there, but guess what? He got there. Hello, hello, hello. So, don't be upset with, I'll say, humble beginnings, because of the fact that, hey, when God told you it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I mean, the Bible is a very good representation of, when God tells us about the different promises that, hey, it's going to happen. Remember the goal. And he ain't say how you was going to get, how it was going to happen. Just say, hey, this is what it is. It's going to happen. And through it all, you still have to pray, fast, be steadfast in your belief, because sometimes others might not know the promise that God has laid on your life, or the fact of the matter that the Lord loves you so much that he can trust you with that particular promise, that he's like, you know what? I got this child, and I know that they're going to get some bumps and bruises along the way, but I know that they going to trust me and rely on me, and I'm going to see them through, you know, and you just got to continue to trust and continue to, I'll say, remember the beginnings, and don't fret, even though sometimes it can be extremely hard, because you might go like, dang, I'm supposed to be further along than this. But at the same time, it's all in God's perfect timing. He knows what's best for you. He knows when to let you have whatever those blessings are. So you got to stay. Hey, you got to stay in the game. You got to stay in the fight, because guess what? It doesn't matter how fast you get there. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much. It doesn't matter how fast you get there. It just matters that you get there. You see what I'm saying? So don't despite, humble beginnings, and don't despite, the how long it might take you to get there. But the fact of the matter that you get there, and then think of it as the process. The process itself is a journey, because at the same time, just think of yourself as a car. And before you said yes to the Lord, your car was all jacked up. You put like this, your oil was leaking, they ain't even know you was leaking. You know, your transmission about gone. Your brakes, man, you barely got brakes. But with the Lord, He slowly gets you where you need to be. Like, hey, fix the brake pad so you can be able to slow down. Then the next step, hey, okay, gonna work on this tail light, gonna work on this, gonna work on that. And guess what? If the transmission ain't blown, but hey, we could fix that. Look, the transmission ain't gone. We could fix this, and this is repairable. And guess what? Before you know it, the whole car is back together. It's running how it's supposed to. It's not click clacking when you crank it up. That thing is purring, like it cranks up, and it has that acceleration. It stops when it needs to stop. It moves how it needs to move. There's no bumps or no nothing crazy. Oh, excuse me, going on with it. It's running. Matter of fact, it's running better than what it was before in its previous state. So that's why you got to remember the goal. And yeah, so what? Everybody else might be moving further along than what you think that they're doing. But hey, it's like at your appointed time, at your appointed time, you got a just hold on to that and just remember the goal, because through the process, God is just fine tuning you to be the best version of yourself that He's calling you to be. So don't despite the humble beginnings. Don't despite, maybe it's taking a little bit longer, but guess what? When He do get you where He wants you at, man, He'll knock your socks off. Hey, and there's nothing that you can do about it. So you gotta stay encouraged, you gotta stay prayed up, stay reading your word, stay put I'll say surrounding yourself with the right people in your circle. And I said was fasting, praying, reading your word. I'm going to get off. Okay, then. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you very much for stopping by. But yeah, that's one of the things, like I know where I'm currently at, but I know that it's all worked out is working out for my good, and that the Lord has my best interest at heart. So when the next level, and I'm talking about the next step or next phase in my life, it'll be on like popcorn. It'll be on like popcorn. And the appreciation of it will be so amazing. And the fact of the matter is that it'll be the glory of God. Like, who gets the credit? It's the Lord that gets the credit for all of it. Because when when the Lord knocks your socks off, I'll put like this, how like when I say somebody might surprise you with a present, and you be like, oh my goodness, I was not expecting this. And you're like, dang boy, I thought I was getting like $20. Dang, I got like $100. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be 10 times. Look, I'm just gonna say betterer. It's going to be 10 times better than what, I mean, a whole bunch times better than what you think, because nobody can surprise you like the Lord. Nobody can bless you like the Lord. So when He has something in store for you, or He has a plan or a purpose for you in your life, hey, it's going to happen or whatever, because hey, it's written in the word. God don't lie. If he said it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And we gotta remember, like when in timing, you know, our time and God's time is totally different. It's written in the word. Like I say, like a moment up, a moment, like a minute in heaven. I'm trying to think. Like it's like a minute, or no, like a day in heaven, or something like that. Is like 1,000 years down here. You see what I'm saying? Or so if you think about it, if it's 1,000 years down here, and up there it was like a day ago for up there, you know what I'm saying? Then that should let you know that it's already done. It just ain't popped up here naturally yet, but it already is already happened. Spiritually, it's already happened. Like I'll say, like promotions, elevations, um, the promises, all of the different promises and everything. It has already happened in the spirit. But you have to be patient, and you gotta hold out, and you gotta continue to hold on, because guess what? If God got something for you, and it's definitely for you, I'm trying to tell you, the Lord gonna make sure you get it. But y'all, make sure you in right standing. And that's why I'm saying, like being like a car, you got to get those kinks out, or whatever you got. So kinks, what are you talking about? Like, hey, you might got like a lying problem. Hey, you might need some help in the with your faith, or you might need help with getting deliverance from different spirits, or whatever the case may be. And that's the thing. Everybody has isms going on, but at the same time, you gotta know where you can go to. Who can you turn to? You can turn to the Lord. And remember, these things come out with fasting and praying, and building that relationship, that connection with the Lord. Remember, and this is the thing too. Like when I say, like when it comes to these different blessings, or these different things, or whatever. Remembering the goal that the Lord has told you, but you got to remember, God is the source. He's the provider. He's your healer. He's the creator. He's commander in chief. He's all of these things. Peace. If God is the source, then and He loves you because He made you in His image, and He wants the best with you. Won't you think He gonna provide the resources for you to get whatever it is that he promised you to get? So you got to continue to trust God. You got to continue to believe, and you got to remember the goal. So regardless if it's hard, if it's tough or whatever, if it's good or bad, you got to remember the goal, and you got to continue to press into the Lord. You got to continue to trust the Lord. You got to continue to get into that word. You got to continue to build that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a process. Hey, cause guess what? Last time I checked, ain't no perfect person here. You know what I'm saying? The only perfect person I know is Jesus. 'Cause everybody falls short, but you got to get back up. You got to stay in the game, and you got to remember what the goal is, and that's a. I know the end result is a being on up there with the Father. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, remember the goal, trust the process, continue to press in, and get into your word. And also, too, just like it says, Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all of these things will be added to you. Seek the Lord. Ask the Lord, if, hey, is this something that I should do, Lord? Because I'm trying to tell you, you ask the Lord gonna tell you. And you gotta be prepared to be prepared to receive whatever it is that the Lord is trying to tell you. So, just stay resilient, stay steadfast, continue to press in, continue to trust God, and you gonna be all right. Hey, we all gonna be all right. So, and I want to say, like, my voice sound is got like a little light raspiness going on into it, but nonetheless, I am, I'm still gonna be consistent, because guess what? I am remembering the goal. Also, to submit to the channel for more content. Subscribe to the channel for more content. And, that's all I want to say tonight. Remember the goal and just trust God and trust the process. And, don't despise the humble beginnings, or don't despise the moments that you are at now, because it's helping building you into the person that God is calling you to be. And just remember that you are loved, you are beautiful, you are handsome, and you can do all things through Christ. You're more than a conqueror. You're the head and not the tail. And hey, just like I say, I got two hands, and I thank God for the plan. I'll check you beautiful people later.